Hey there, everybody. It's been a little while since I was able to check in and do a live. I am coming to you today because I have some thoughts regarding the current situation overseas. My biggest thought is that it shouldn't really matter. We have patriots up to our north that are having bank accounts frozen, their puppies stolen and euthanized, children potentially taken, and Trudeau's little Gestapo army is hauling trucks out of there in with their name patches covered. They're speaking no English, but hey, let's worry about Putin. So that's what I'm coming here today to talk to you guys about. I am of the understanding that President Big Potato is planning on giving an address, and I can only imagine that it's going to be every bit the shit show that we expect. So let's check in live. I am trying to minimize this and then also be able to keep an eye on whatever he is doing at the moment. I can't believe that we are watching this. So stupid. He's just a failure as a leader. I can't believe that we are, 1.5 years into this. Oh, great. Yeah. Throw the new phone on the floor. We're a year and a half into this presidency, and already we are being pulled into a major armed conflict precisely because no one feels as though we are a military threat to them. And so that is obvious by the way that just up in Canada that the police are abusing their own citizens, that UN Army planes full of non-English or French-speaking soldiers has arrived to enforce law. It makes me wonder if any of these soldiers have a soul. I know that is mostly trained out of folks through basic training, through medical school, through the higher education system. This sense of having some kind of a moral center. Moral relativism has destroyed the people's concept of their moral center, and so they no longer have that. When they're given orders, they simply follow them. They follow them because that's what they've been doing. That's what they're used to. They've been used to following orders. If they were to stop following orders now, they might lose their job. And if they don't have their job, they literally would have a crisis of identity. They would not know what to do with themselves. And so these are the weak-minded fools that we have within the medical and law enforcement sectors of our population right now that are absolutely failing. These people, how they put their head on a pillow at night, knowing that they've essentially run over old ladies on motorized wheelchairs with gigantic horses. I don't know how a man can sit in his Barcalounger at the end of the day and feel like, yeah, I really saved somebody today. I saved the good citizens of Canada from that very threatening Indigenous grandma on her motorized wheelchair. I'm just not seeing it. We are going to go to get the kids soon, so I'm going to keep this short. Whatever the baked potato says is pretty irrelevant. We need to follow what they do, and I am only going to pay attention to this message in as so much it's going to affect me in my daily day-to-day. Hopefully it won't affect you at all, but I know that's not always the way that things go around here. So I wanted to hear from you folks about what you think of this current conflict, besides being nothing more than a giant distraction, which I can assure you it is. We have a number of pressing issues on our own soil. We also have, we have to worry about the folks up north. We should be more concerned with them than the folks overseas, in my humble opinion. Not that those folks don't matter, but just because we only have so many resources to give and our own people at home are suffering too. So in addition to Canada at our north and the war across the ocean to our proverbial west, we also have to deal with a very, very open border down south. And it is allowing drugs, human trafficking, and folks from all over the world. It is not just folks from Central America that are coming up through the southern borders. At this point, it is known worldwide that there is a very porous southern border, that people that come through that southern border are given literal envelopes full of money and, WIC cards, EBT food stamp cards, and are essentially put on a bus and dropped off at a Home Depot in any one of your major cities, including mine of Philadelphia. This is something that, as a sanctuary city, our mayor, Larry Krasner, has decided that he is open to accepting immigrants regardless of their citizenship status. And so we have an influx of folks who up here in Philadelphia, they genuinely appear confused. It's a very clear look that people have, and it is a look of being a foreigner in a foreign land. And to me, I can't think of anything sadder when I have like young babies or kids to worry about, to be a foreigner in a foreign land and to have nowhere to go. To put these people on a bus with an envelope full of money and some EBT cards so that they can eat is hardly setting them up for success. What it's really doing is setting up the middle class to have to bear a tax burden that they simply cannot, because they're already stretched to the limits. And rather than any politician putting their foot down and telling them, no, we're not going to accept these immigrants, we simply cannot afford to burden the welfare system anymore. It's just an open door policy. And, that's what 50 years of liberal, leftist, Democrat policies is going to get you in a city like Philadelphia. So I don't feel the least bit bad for what's happening in this town. I am, if you can see, currently in the process of painting and reevaluating our own place of living. We are considering that with my homeschooling and with our desire to homestead, that we may need to find somewhere with more land. And so that is the story, and I'm sticking to it. And there will be a podcast upcoming where I talk about Philadelphia and all the things I hate about it, because those things are always fun. Thanks for checking in, guys. I hope you have a great day. If you can, hit the thumbs up button so people other than you can see this live stream. Thanks a lot. Love yous. Bye. Take it easy, guys. Okay.